Alright, today I'm going to hop off the beaten path again while I rebuild the inventory and go in a little bit of a different direction today, and also tell a little story and go into maybe a little bit of a healing process for me. Alright, here goes nothing. The year was 1984. Ghostbusters had come out and it was being advertised as a comedy. So a young couple, about 28, 29, decided to go and take their 4-year-old daughter with them. And everything was just fine until this happened. No, over. I have no sense of direction. Yes, followed not too long later by this. And since that little 4-year-old girl was me, ever since I cannot stand the sight of, moving, shaking, animated skeletons. Can't. They make me sick, they make my blood pressure spike, and I cannot watch Ghostbusters ever again without having to cover my eyes with my hand during those scenes. And I've done it ever since. When I saw Ghost Story for the first time when I was 12, if I've seen a Freddy Krueger movie, or Poltergeist, all those. So, today is skeleton immersion therapy for me. I'm going to bring up every image I could find that really freaked me out, try to find a little humor in them, and hopefully move forward. Alright, let's start with let's start with Bad Ash from Army of Darkness. Creepy, yet very silly. It's what happens when someone takes a 12 gauge to the face. Next, we'll go back to Ghost Story. I did it a couple months ago. And they went this way because, back in the 70s and 80s, the way to scare the crap out of the audience was to use skeletons that moved around. Brilliant, but it ran its course. Anyway, we've got the skeleton in the bed that made the guy fall out the window. The skeleton on the bridge that made the guy do the backflip. And then there's the one that I had my hand over my eyes at the time, but I overheard my brother say, "Ew, looks like it's covered in melted cheese." I had to use that one. I had to ad-lib him in my Ghost Story video. And then there was, of course, the part with the bridal veil, where the guy, he just sits there and screams. So, in the grand scheme of things, it must not be that bad. Alright, moving on to Poltergeist. Here, they actually did use real skeletons in that pool scene, with a half-completed pool, where they had only moved the headstones. And of course there's this freaky jump scare out of the closet. This goofy looking thing. And in the sequel, this freaky looking thing. Now I haven't seen Creepshow yet or read the book. I'm going to, obviously, in the near future. Well, there's the skeleton. I'm gonna give myself a chance to get used to it. Alright, saw Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors when I was probably 10 or 11. It was a little much. That's why. And then, starting about 10 years ago, I really got into the show Bones. Mostly because of all the scientific stuff. It's really cool. And I could kind of make a little peace with the frequency of skeletons in it, especially the Gormagon setup. Pretty scary part of the whole miniseries. And then, to the pièce de résistance. I hope I pronounced that right. My command of French is not that good. Anyway, there is the Sedlec ossuary in the Czech Republic, a church made entirely of human remains. I might have to go there one day and really just knock it out of my system. And it is done. Skeleton immersion therapy is complete. I hope you enjoyed watching me freak myself out a little bit and beat myself up a little bit. Now, I think I'm going to do Shawshank Redemption next week, maybe Lolita, maybe a Match miniseries. And I hope you'll watch. Thank you, and have a good one.